Hello everyone, welcome to the interactive video editor for playable ads. This video will show you the process of creating a basic interactive video material and the main functions used through a simple case study. First, let's take a look at the final result of this playable. To create an interactive video material like this, we mainly go through 7 steps: storyboard setup and asset import, interactive elements and event settings, additional asset addition, animation settings, language translation, landscape layout and adaptation, and preview and export. Next, we'll demonstrate each step in detail. Step 1. Storyboard setup and asset import. After logging into playable, click on Interactive Video on the homepage. In the pop-up window, enter the project name and choose the adaptation orientation. Here, we'll select horizontal and vertical screen and click Confirm to create the project. After entering the project, start by building the overall structure in the storyboard area. In this case, we're only using one video asset, so there's no need to add more video nodes. We simply add an end card under the default video node, and the storyboard is ready. Next, expand Project Video and drag in the pre-prepared video asset to start the upload. You can view the upload progress in the lower right corner of the screen. Then go to Project Assets and upload all other assets except for the video for later use. Once all assets are uploaded, close the window. Click to add the video to the default node. The video will appear on the canvas and timeline. You can drag the pointer here to quickly adjust the duration shown on the timeline. To make the interactive video look more natural and closer to the product, we should try to make the video fill or even exceed the canvas area to adapt to larger screen sizes. You can either drag the video directly or set it precisely under Position and Size on the right panel. Step 2. Interactive Elements and Event Settings. This step is the most important part of creating an interactive video material. It is also the key to turning a video into an interactive video. After adding the video asset, you'll notice that the two nodes are connected by default with an freeze element. Click on this element, and in the parameter area on the right, you can modify the interaction type and event. In this case, since the video automatically proceeds to the end card after playback, we change the interaction type to auto redirection. The above setup covers the interactive elements between nodes. Next, we need to add interactive elements within the node itself. In this case, the player will interact with the video twice, once at the beginning to trigger the first fall of the character, and once midway to trigger the second fall. So we'll place the needed interactive elements at the corresponding points in the video to make it truly playable. First, move the playhead to the beginning of the timeline. Click on Interactive Elements and choose Freeze. A square click area will appear by default on the canvas. This marks the area where the player can interact. To maximize the chances of triggering interaction, we recommend enlarging the click area to cover the entire screen. Please note, since the click area is layered on top of all other elements, to avoid interference with future operations, you can temporarily drag it off the canvas after resizing it, and move it back into place once the video is fully built. Then, set the gesture to swipe arbitrarily and leave the response event as the default continue playing video. After setting up the first freeze, move the playhead to the point right before the second fall. Use the copy and paste function to quickly create the second freeze with the same settings. Now the basic structure of the interactive video is complete. The final effect: the video pauses on the opening screen. The player swipes arbitrarily to trigger the first fall animation, then pauses again, then swipes again to trigger the second fall, followed by an automatic redirection to the end card. Step 3. Additional Asset Addition. After completing the basic setup, we need to add additional assets to enhance the interactive experience, such as background music and operation guides. First, click on Global Settings and add BGM and a background image on the right. If a multilingual version is needed, you can add languages under default language. This will be explained in detail later. Here you'll also find shortcut options under Set Redirect. In this case, we'll enable Auto Redirect to App Store after End. Go back to the timeline and open Project Assets to add the assets related to operation guides and persistent elements. Adjust their position and size on the canvas or from the panel on the right. The finger image can be selected from the public asset library. Add any needed text assets and adjust the content and style from the right panel. Here, you can select the persistent download text and add a press redirect to App Store event. Next, extend the duration of the persistent elements so that the product info and download button related elements are always displayed. Since the operation guide elements only need to appear with the interactive element freeze, no extra adjustment is required for them. Don't forget to switch to the end card and update the product info. On the canvas, select the logo image, click Replace, choose the logo from Project Assets, and adjust its size and position. Then select the product name text to update the content and style. For better visual balance, we also replaced the default download button and its text style. Additionally, we added a suitable particle effect from the public asset library like this rising stars animation. Step 4. Animation Settings. To enhance guidance, we can apply animations to operation guides. Select the guidance text, click Animation, add animation. Here, choose Emphasize Cyclozoom In. The default parameters already meet our needs, so no adjustments are necessary. Then select the finger image and add the Universal Displacement Easing animation. Modify the animation parameters and adjust the displacement distance. For the guiding line, since its animation needs to appear from the bottom, we first need to adjust its pivot, drag it to the center bottom. Then apply the universal scale easing animation, tweak the parameters, and preview it. The second interactive element freeze has the same operation guide as the first, so we can use the copy and paste feature to quickly apply the same animation. Move the cursor to the second freeze element, copy the guide text, finger image, and guiding line. Slightly adjust the animation parameters of the guiding line and finger to change the direction downward. Switch to the end card and add the Cyclozoom In animation under Emphasize to both the download button and download text. No parameter adjustment is needed. With this, all animations in this case are now set. Step 5. Language Translation. As mentioned earlier, if you need a multilingual version, click Add Language under the default language in Global Settings. In the pop-up, choose the target language, for example, Korean. Select all texts you want to translate, then click Translate to automatically convert all English texts into Korean. If the translation isn't ideal, you can manually adjust it in the text box. Once confirmed, click Submit to finish adding the multilingual version. You can switch between different language versions to check whether the text size or styles need to be fine-tuned. Step 6. Landscape Layout and Adaptation. Since we selected horizontal and vertical screen orientation when creating the project, after completing the portrait version, we need to switch to landscape mode and adjust the layout accordingly. Make good use of the Reuse Vertical Screen Position configuration feature to apply the same size and position of assets with one click. Then just drag and position the assets to suitable spots. For aesthetics, we duplicated the product name text and changed its alignment from left to center for the landscape version. Then hid the portrait version in landscape mode, and vice versa in portrait mode. Finally, check all click area in both orientations to ensure they are correctly placed. Final step: preview and export. After completing all the steps above, your interactive video material is ready. Remember to click Save regularly during the process, and use Preview from the beginning to check your work. Be sure to preview across different devices, languages, and orientations to ensure everything works perfectly. Once confirmed, click the Download button at the top right. A pop-up will ask for product info. Click Go to Supplementary Information associate with promoted product, then add promoted product. Select product type and platform and fill in the store link. Once recognized, click Confirm to bind the product info. Click the Download button again and choose the correct playable ad steps based on the interactive flow. In this case, select 2 or more steps. You'll be redirected to the download page where you can apply or download the material. Check the corresponding channels to complete the export. This concludes the instruction on making a basic interactive video material. Thanks for watching.